Alright guys, just leaving more. Got some diff bushings and the drive shaft spacers, I believe, or vice versa, installed. So I'm going to see if how they feel. My initial reaction. Already when I cranked the car, it seemed like the car was more solid, if that even makes sense. I don't know if it's just my head, but it feels a lot more solid. So let's see, let me downshift. Feels a little more solid. I did have a lot of knock especially when I accelerated, did a pull, and did shift the gear. When I did shift the gears, I did have a loud clunking sound when I shifted. So I won't tell really if it really helped until I get into it and we got rid of the clunking sound or not. Yep, got rid of it. I just did a quick pull, nothing too spectacular. Did a 3,000 to 5,500 RPM pull, none too drastic. Usually I do feel a little hear a little clunk, feel a little clunk, and a little slack in the when it shifts. So as of right now, it seems like it's doing all right. So I've been driving around with the Beatrush and torque solution diff and drive shaft spacers and mounts, and they are, I would have to say, they do make an improvement. I did have a lot of clunking noise when I shifted, especially when I did a pull, and it was noticeable. Every time I have someone in the car and I do a pull, they're like, man, what's that clunking noise when you shift? And I was just like, man, I think it's the drive shaft or diff, the bushings or spacer. The bushings are, they're either wearing out or whatnot. So decided to get them. Got these, like I said, a while ago, and just never went around and installing them. So got them finally installed. But I could honestly say that these bushings and spacers do make a big difference. I highly recommend them. They do make the shifting a lot more solid. I noticed it when I first cranked the car. Like the slight vibrations that you would get on an OEM car, they seem to go away when I first cranked the car. It just feels a little more solid. And just shifting into gears, I get no clunk, I get no slack. There's a little slack when I change the gears, and there's a little slack. It's a split-second slack, but with the bushings, it seems like it's when you shift the gears, it seems like the clutch engages right away, and there's no slack. There's no time wasted in trying to get the power down to the wheels. So I forgot to mention in the previous review of the spacers and bushings, I was just on the highway for a good, I don't know, a couple miles, and I was doing about 70, 75, and like I said, I do not hear any whining noise from the rear diff from adding changing the bushings out. So it seems like it's a pretty solid. It seems like it's in between where getting solid mounts or bushings will create noise, but I don't hear anything from the drive shaft, diff, anything at all in changing the bushings or anything like that. So it seems like it's doing pretty well. So like I said, just feels a little bit more solid. Nothing's really changed in the negative aspect of it. Seems like this is with a thumbs up, and I just gained more. I gained a lot and didn't lose anything with daily driving. Here are the OEM bushings I got replaced earlier. They seem to be okay condition, I guess. None too drastic. I don't know if this is from removing it, but I guess here you can see the rubber start cracking a little bit, so I'm not 100% sure. They seem alright from this side. Oh well, that's it.